Seches Brachas Daf Chof Zayin. Gemara brings the halacha that's also for someone to l'avor mifnei mispalim. You can't go in front of someone that's davening Shemona Esrei. There's two mahalchim in the poskim to explain this halacha. It's brought down the Mishnah Berurah. The Magen Avraham says the reason is because you'll block the person's kavana. However, the Chayei Adam says the reason is because the Shechina is in front of a person davening, so you're going, you mafsik bein the Shechina. There's a few nafkaminas. One nafkamina is, the Bialacha discusses, that what happens if the person has a talus covering his face, so the issue of kavanah you don't have, but lava because of the Shechina, you have even if he has something covering. Other poskim, Chashulchan, Kavachayim, disagree with the Bialacha and say even in such a situation there is an issue as kavanah itself. Another nafkamina the place can speak out is, could you go in front of someone saying Kriya Shema? If the issue is because of Kavana, then you cannot, because Kriya Shema also you need Kavana. But if the issue is because of the Shechina, so the Shechina is only by Shemona Esrei. There's an interesting chiddush in the Das Torah from the Maharsham. The Maharsham says that what happens if somebody davens in the hallway where people go by, so it's an issue. He's stopping people from going by. So the Maharsham says it's like a kevesh, a mazik b'yis harabim, that he has no, since he had no right to go and say Shemona Esrei there, therefore you could go in front of him, and there's no problem of going in front of him. And Shlomo Zalman brings this down. It's very hard to understand. Kevesh mazik b'yis harabim is a ben adam l'chaveri de galacha. So therefore, since he was put there, you could misalik him. But over here, very nice that he didn't have a right to put a Shemona Esrei there. But Lamaisa, there's a kedusha there. There's a Shemona Esrei there. Bnei Tzion, the Talmud of Mrs. Zalman, he asked on the Shulchan Aruch right before this, says that if you can't sit within Daled Amos of somebody saying Shemona Esrei, but if you're already there before, va'ache bo b'gvuloi the spal Shemona Esrei, then you don't have to move. On that, the Bnei Tzion asked the halacha of being Metech Talamas Shalal is automatic din, that if someone's davening, it has a kedusha, you can't bother him. So it doesn't make a difference the fact that he came big vuloi. Further on the Gemara says that Rav was mispalel the davening of Shabbos be'erev Shabbos, and the Gemara says shaila if he said kedusha alakois, he didn't say kedusha alakois. The Rishonim speaking, the Ren Yoina and the Rosh before say that he davened Shemona Esrei before Shabbos. But Kriya Shema, he waited until night because it was not yet the time of Kriya Shema. So Rishonim asked, there's a halacha of smichas gula l'tefillah. On that Rishonim say that since he was doing it for Tosfos Shabbos, then it's okay for him not to do smichas gula l'tefillah. So Rav Paler in the Sefer Birchas Yitzchak asked the kasha that why was it necessary for him not to daven by yoim to mikayim the halacha Tosfos Shabbos? Tosfos Shabbos you could get without davening. You don't need necessarily to daven Shemona Esrei to have Tosfos Shabbos. So why was the mitzvah of Tosfos Shabbos necessary so much to daven Ma'ariv B'od Yom, and in order for him not to have Smichas Gula Tefillah, let him kabel Shabbos in a different way? So on that, Rav Paler says that you see from here a tremendous yisoid, which is an eye opener in the Geder of Tosfos Shabbos. It says the Dogel Mervava says the Steering Shulchan Aruch. The Shulchan Aruch in Siman Reish Samach Aleph says, once the Kal says Baruch Hu, then you also, and even a Shvus, ein ma'arvin vein toimnin, even on a Issa D'Rabbanan you can't do. However, the Shulchan Aruch in Siman Shin Tzaddik Gimel brings two opinions. If in the time of Tosfos Shabbos, there is an Issa of a Shvus. So it's a Steven Shulchan Aruch. Over here, he says by Baruch Hu, you're also in a Shvus. And over there, he brings two opinions. So Steven Shulchan Aruch. On that, Dogma Vava says there's a difference how he was Mekabel of Tosfos Shabbos. Later on, the Mechaber brings 2 days. He was Mekabel from the say of Tosfos Shabbos. He brings two opinions if there's Isser Shvus or not. However, over here, he was Mekabel with Tefillah, with Baruch Hu. Then he made a Kedusha Shabbos. Therefore, everyone agrees there is Isser Shvus. So Rav Paler is Meirich to explain that there's two independent halachas, what's mavur over here in the Geder Tosfos Shabbos. One is that it's a chelik of the Iker Shabbos, that you could expand the Iker Shabbos. Another halacha is on Tosfos Shabbos. That's not an expansion of the original Shabbos. He brings the Zerakia that Tashbat says that it's a separate mitzvah of Tosfos Shabbos. There's one mitzvah of Shabbos, then there's a Tosfos Shabbos which you could make a new thing called Tosfos Shabbos. So it says when you mikabel b'dibur by itself, it's not the actual Shabbos. Mashenkin, if you do miteich tefillah, then it's a chelik of the Iker Shabbos. So he says the nafkamina will be that you will have it is a shvus v'kuli alma when you makabel b'teich tefillah, and so he immediately says that's the pshat in our Gemara, that over here Rav wanted to makabel Shabbos full fledged, to have it a chelik of Iker Shabbos. So therefore he had to daven Mariv, and it couldn't be enough to just Mekabel Shabbos by Kabbalah Ba'alma, because that wouldn't be a Chelik Iker Shabbos, it would just be a Tosefes Ba'alma and not part of Shabbos. And he brings another raya from Al Gemara. The Gemara is mashma, is only the end of the Gemara is Mechadish, there is Mekabel Shabbos. But Tosfos says in Amud Aleph that the Gemara all the time knew that he was Mekabel Shabbos early. So in that he says the Shakvatari is, he didn't know, the Gemara was back and forth exactly how, to what level the Tosfos Shabbos was v'ayin sham. There's another raya to this Tosfos from Pala. There's a steer in Tosfos. Tosfos in Ksubis says Naf Mem Zayin that Tosfos Shabbos is only for Issa Malacha. Tosfos in Pesachim says that it's for everything, and there's a Havamini Yotze Matzah on Tosfos Shabbos. So according to Pala, it's beautiful that there's two halachas. That Tosfos in Ksubis is talking about when you makabel b'dibur ba'alma, it's only for Issa Malacha. However, if you makabel b'mariv, then it becomes part of the Iker Shabbos. It's a part of the Iker Shabbos, then you'll be a havam, and you'll be able to even eat matzah at that time. And the sig over here, that the Gemara declares if you could say Kiddush b'Tosfos Shabbos, there's a tremendous discussion in the Mefarshim as to how could you make Kiddush on the time of Tosfos Shabbos. There's a tzad in the Rishonim that Tosfos Shabbos is only d'Rabbanan. So how could a Kiddush in the time of Tosfos Shabbos, which is only d'Rabbanan, be Yotze and be Moitzi the Kedusha Shabbos that you have later midaraisa? So the Rashba has a shailif exactly when he said Kiddush. The Zerua says that's a raya from here that Tosfos Shabbos is d'Oraisa. The Rambam writes that Kiddush on Shabbos doesn't have to be at the time of Shabbos. The halacha of Kiddush is you have to mechabed Shabbos, b'disosoi, b'tziosoi, and the Rambam's mashma, you could even make Kiddush before Shabbos. There's a Mordechai in Megillah that says a fascinating Kiddush, and he brings a proof from Al Gemara. Mordechai has a shaila, how could a Suma be moitzi b'nei beisoi b'kiddush hayoyim? A Suma is potem in ha-mitzvahs, he was only mechuyev d'Rabbanan. So how could he be moitzi b'nei beisoi b'kiddush hayoyim, then mechuyev mid'oraisa? On that, the Mordechai says that we ashkechin kavasai that someone that's mechuyev d'Rabbanan can be moitzi mid'oraisa, and he brings the raya from Al Gemara that you can say Kiddush on the Zman of Tosfos Shabbos was only d'Rabbanan, and be moitzi the kedusha Shabbos we have later that's mid'oraisa. The Magen Avraham asks, to find that cotton can be moitzi a gadol, and that the Minchas Chinuch others say that no, that a cotton he's not mechuyev, it's his father's chiyuv. B'chanan and Kovetz Shurim Chelik Beis in the same Yisod, Shmuel Zofsky say that Mordechai going further says that's not enough that he's mechuyev d'Rabbanan. It's because he could become mechuyev d'Oraisa if he'll get better. And so over here, on the Zman of Tosfos Shabbos, it will come mechuyev d'Oraisa later. So therefore, he's in the parashah d'Oraisa to an extent. So Rabbi Chanan says that you see there's two different ingredients that you need to be moitzi amidei chayvase. One is you need a chiyuv b'poyel at least midrabanan, and another thing is you have to have b'koyach to be able to come to d'Oraisa. So then you consider on a level of mechuyev b'dov mid'oraisa. So melik you might see as a rabbi midei chayvasam v'ayin sham b'zichud Shmuel and b'chanan oid b'zeh.